Now, if you've started out or just starting out with your freelance career, I want to set 3 expectations for you. Tell you about 3 pitfalls and also how to overcome them. Now, this is not something I'm just coming in front of a camera and just blurting out. This is stuff I've lived through my own career. So you take of it what you will and you ask yourself whether these pitfalls are red flags or yellow flags or green flags. Here we go. The first tip is that a lot of people before they start freelancing are anxious. We don't know if this is going to be a viable career option. Most of us are just, we're playing, we're trying something out and we haven't even thought about whether this is going to be a career option for us, right? We're just experimenting and if it works out, we'll go deeper into it. I have found that the best way to convince yourself that freelancing can be a true career is the first project effect. The minute you go through your first project, your brain is blown. You're like, shit, I can work with somebody from some corner of the world, maybe a USA or a Malaysia or a Singapore, and I can add value to their lives and I can be paid for that value. There is nothing like that feeling. The minute you feel that, you feel these shackles that this rat race had put on you, you just feel them fall off of you. You're like, oh my God, I am independent. I can be independent. So the first project effect will reduce your anxiety about, is this a real career? Is this a real option or am I wasting my time? Should I really do this? Take up one project and successfully deliver it and you will be on a whole different league. So the next thing you need to realize is that your price, your billing price at the start of the year does not reflect what your price will be at the end of the year. I have seen people go 10x in their pricing in 1 year. I've seen people go 30x, 100x in 1 year. What happens? It's not that your skills might get really good, which they do. Your skills often get very good. It's also the fact that you gain reputation. If you're on a platform, you get those stars, you get ratings, right? And your ratings add up. When people who are recruiting you or hiring you see those ratings, they feel at ease. There's the part about you freelancing and then there's also the part about you selling yourself. Selling yourself gets much easier when you have projects under your arm. People no longer go for the cheapest freelancer, they go for the freelancer with the best ratings and is still affordable. And that's what you become. Now this is the opposite of how it works in jobs. With a job, what you're paid at the beginning of the year and what you're paid at 11 months into your job is exactly the same thing. You're waiting for the end of the year 10% increment. And I feel like that's the stupidest thing a job does. It's saying that you have not improved at all in the last 11 months and that's why you're paid the same. Whereas in freelance, you improve and sometimes even decelerate depending on how you perform on your last few projects, which I think is really cool. It's performance based. The final thing is that your parents and relatives might tell you that freelance is not a stable career. And I would also agree. They're right. Freelancing is not a stable career. There's only one way you can convert freelancing into a stable career, and that is to build a great brand. Whether it be a personal brand or an agency brand, without a brand, nobody is going to come and work with you in the long run. But if you do have a brand, everybody wants to work with you. You can't be a generic, right? You need to be something where people see enough ratings or people see your website and they're like, oh, I recognize this person. Or you've done great for one client and he refers you to the next client. In fact, our services business, Avalon Labs, purely grew on referrals. And it was beautiful to grow on referrals because the cost of acquiring a new customer is zero. The only problem is a lot of freelancers are technically gifted. You're good at your technical skills. You can do video editing well or coding well or design well. But you might not also know how to build a brand. Building a brand is different. It's like going on YouTube and making videos or putting out blog articles or thought leadership or getting enough ratings or getting enough referrals. That's a process. So what I usually recommend is the technical freelancer should always pair up with a sales-based freelancer who can think ahead and say, hey, while you, the technical person, can keep doing what you're doing, me as the salesperson can go pick up another 6 months of projects so you don't have to shift focus from what you're doing. And that's how you evolve into an agency. And what I've seen is that the best way to get career stability as a freelancer is to evolve into a services entrepreneur, which is what I did and which is what you can do as well. That's it for me. Bye, and make sure you subscribe.